Walmart and get credit for it, or he can just make payments on it. Yeah, he's cool. I talked to him. He's pretty cool dude. So that's the first time I got to talk to him.
I didn't want to get it delivered to my job because they be janky. Sometimes the shipping people, I mean whoever you buy it from, like Amazon or Walmart or whatever, they'll see that your delivery and your billing is not the same. And they'll scrutinize it and possibly cancel your order.
Did not know that.
Oh, I deleted.
Nah, I don't get nothing delivered from my job, man. People need to mind their fucking business. Deliver that to my house, and I take care of it.
Fact.
There's times where I'm at work, and I ask like a family member, like, yo, what you doing? They not doing nothing. I'm like, yo, here you can stay here in the crib. Let's make sure you get the package. That's it. Well, I ain't doing none of that work.
Ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna
so what are those PlayStation ship?
12-pack of beer. I'm gonna put my chair on the porch, and I'm gonna sit out on the porch fucking all day, watching the cars go by until FedEx pull. Oh yeah, that's.
Well, you know what? Let me knock on wood. I never had an issue with FedEx, so I was happy when I saw. I know PlayStation was going to do FedEx, but I thought GameStop was going to do like UPS or something. Yeah. But no, they doing FedEx too. I was like, oh yes, thank you.
So the Xboxes are shipping tomorrow, right?
They already shipped. One of my coworkers already. He sent me a pic. His already came. He already has it. Yeah, he already has it.
Some people are getting them early. Some people are getting them early.
Yeah, some already coming in ahead early, but they already have it. Yeah.
I think Xbox
he's playing it right now. Too. He's playing it right now.
Xbox made a statement like, yeah, you can play it early. They're not banning nobody.
Because they can't control the shipping. At that point, it's too detailed.
Yeah, and it's tomorrow anyway.
To be that anal. Yeah, it's a bit too detailed to be that anal about a 1 day difference.
It's also too many shipments and too many people to be trying to just fucking ship it late.
Yeah, you gotta look at it like Amazon on them. That's a lot of space. All those boxes are they got other shit to deliver too, so they're trying to get rid of them shits as fast as possible. You know what I'm saying? They're taking up truck space when you think about it.
Storage space and all,
yeah. So they're trying to, so they gotta get rid of it. It's taking up shelf life. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Yo, but we live. What's up, everybody? Hey, I know y'all missed us. I'm sorry we couldn't do something last week. It was crazy. Work was hectic and stuff like that. J-Dub, the governor, was out there trying to tell every other representative, listen, all right? You play politics with these consoles, you play politics with these RDNA, and it will bite you back, all right? Keep hyping RDNA 1.5. and see what that gets you. J-Dub warned you. He warned you. You play politics with console, and you're going to lose. And that's what's happening in these streets. You know what I'm saying? My man out there, Craig, he was trying to spread the word. Nobody wanted to listen. Now he's just trying to get his bag. You understand what I'm saying? And my boy Jay Bari, he officially became an ordained minister. So now he's starting hashtag pray for Xbox. All right?
Exactly.
It's a time. Listen, it's a time for healing. All right, there's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. You know what I'm saying? So the minister is here. You know what I'm saying? To say his sermon, pray for Xbox. Hallelujah.
Pray for Xbox.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying?
They need it. They need it, bro. They need it. I don't know. They need it, man.
Where do we begin? Let me give y'all a treat. Let me give everybody a treat. Hey, look at that. This is pretty much what's gonna sum up. If everybody's watching the video, this sums up what Next Generation is going to be about. All right? This right here. If this what you see on the screen is more than enough to tell you what's going on. All right? That's all I can say.
Oh, no.
Picture speak. If a picture speaks 1,000 words, then this motherfucker is like a 10-volume series. Right here. Yo, I don't know what else to tell you guys. This is it. Y'all seen it. Yep. I don't need to say anything. You just look at the screen. That tells you all you need to know about what the hell's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, tell me this shit ain't crazy. Yo, shout out to the chat, my man. Rome Rush is out here. One stop for sports. You got Zilla ×2. What's up? Barry Lax. Sneaky Snake, call me Jay. Ryan, what's up? Mark, what's good? Sneaky Snake. Ricardo. Logical nonsense. Christopher Harte. He just sees that. Oh man, yo, oh yeah, K-Mega out there attacking devs. You need to be humble. You need to be humble. Don't be calling your games game of the year. You need to be humble.
Yo, you saw that, bro? I was like, yo, this dude is high, man.
Yo, I love that energy. She's like, yeah, I'm whatever, and we make game of the years. We don't make games. She said we make game of the years. And she replied, yeah, I know it sounds overconfident, but that's just what we do. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yo, but the thing is, was she wrong?
No, she's not wrong.
Exactly.
You got it from
their last game won game of the year. So why? I mean, come on now.
It beat Red Dead face to face.
Exactly.
That's it.
That's how you know on the side of Xbox is looking bad, because the man was so confused he forgot that she was a part of a game that was game of the year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I remember J-Dub's like that. J-Dub was out on the street like, you know what? If God of War don't beat Red Dead, I'm going to give y'all 3 Xbox One X's. He was out there. I'm going to just give 3 of them away. Boy, them dudes were praying Red Dead would win.
They checked up a good his bag. He knew it.
Yo, he said, I will give away 3 1Xs. Boy, them dudes was like, yo, they were going to the website, vote for Red Dead, and they still lost.
They got smoked.
Did you count the late ballots?
Yo, I guess there were no mail-in ballots for Red Dead. Yo, Jay Farrow, AC, what's good? PlayStation Disciple, what's up? Valhalla Outcast, what's good? And we got Cool Hand Cruz, Cryptopsy, damn, y'all be challenging my reading skills. CB3, Ryan again. Let's see. Okay, Panda Mark, what's up? Jay Barry up in there. Pray for Xbox. You know what I'm saying? The minister. Derpy the Lame. J4 was good. J-Dub, of course, is up in there. Who else we got? Craig, the tech guy. And Asmodeus. Oh, shit. Mega 3000. It's Mr. Ray. What's up? Shadow the Ghost. Oh, Shadow the Ghost. Oh, shit. But you going here. Optimus Cole. Yo, Optimus. You better get up in here. You know you got unlimited access into the thing. You know you don't need no invite. Just show up. Get up in here. We need you right now, Cole. We need you. Because today, we need some developer. You know, we need some developer speak up in here.
Yo, Cole won the poll too. He won the
Congratulations, Cole. Darrell Nellums, what's up? Nick, what's good? Xavier Fitz, what's up, man? What's got AC? AC, what's up? Fernando Perez, gaming with Persona. Oh shit, Persona's up in here. What's going on, brother? Yeah, he's up in here. Everybody up in here. Everybody, it's a celebration, bitches.
Exactly.
Show me your titties. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Queen Ross, Heath Stevens, you know what I'm saying? Immortal Black. Yo, we up in here. King Darian 95. Skinny Mike. What's going on? Rinku Multani. Oh, man. And we got Parmeet Singh. Rabbit got the gun. Man, we got some characters up in here. Terry Henderson.
Yo,
Dizzo, what's up? That's my brother-in-law. He celebrated too. Yo, Dizzo crossed over. My brother-in-law went PC Master Race. He can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
He PC Master Race now. The Gummy
can't come back home.
Nah, man. Shout out to Dizzo. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't come back to PlayStation, bro. You can't come home. You can't come home. You remember that shit from Xbox?
Yo,
you can't come home.
I forgot to send you. I forgot to send you this clip, man, because this is gold for you right here.
Oh shit!
Shout out to my man K Mega. He had a podcast where he had some dude named Legal.
New Legal. Oh,
yo, this dude said if you're not a part of DirectX 12 and Xbox Series X, like, you know, if you're not a part of that, you're not really next gen.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I don't know what's going on. Yo, Code. I don't know what's going on the Xbox side.
Yo.
But, yo, it's something going on. What are they drinking, Cole? What's going on?
Man, I don't know. Bro,
yo,
how everybody doing, man?
Cole. Hey, I'm so proud you saw the light. You thought I was fanboy and bullshitting. But I say in time, you know, dread it, run from it. Destiny arrives the same. I knew this guy's. I'm gonna just leave him alone, but he's gonna see what I see. What?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you a story. This is a true story. Like nobody knows this either. When, like I told y'all before, when I was on Twitter for a long time, but it was mostly doing developer stuff. I found gaming community on YouTube and Twitter through Hard 8. Like that was my first exposure. And then I seen all of y'all cats, and I seen Rock debating Xbox dudes, and he was killing them. And then I would watch videos, and he debating dudes on podcasts, and he killing them. And I didn't like it. And I'm like, look, man, the problem is this dude has data and knowledge, and he is always arguing from a position of strength. And these dudes is arguing off of emotions and rhetoric, and they are losing every time. And they're not just losing, they're getting like decimated by this dude. So I'm like, man, they need education. Like they need, in order to stop him, they need data and facts. So that's why I decided to start trying to help the Xbox community be more educated about gaming and technology. And all them motherfuckers turned on me. I'm trying to help them. And like, that's why I take it so personal, and it pisses me off so much, because I'm only in this shit to try to help y'all in the first place. And Rock was there, the main dude I'm trying to set them up to attack.
So it was
Like,
me?
bro,
It was me?
that. Yeah, Rock, it was you.
It was me.
You was killing these dudes on these podcasts, and you was killing them on Twitter, and I'm like, that dude always argues from a position of strength. They need more knowledge if they gonna keep up with him, because he is like undefeated. And I'm like,
yo, Code.
This.
They messed up debating P-Rock, because you can't go into debate but you ain't got no ammo in your clip.
Exactly. Right.
You got no ammo. You ain't got no ammo in the clip. They got no.
And that's why I'm trying to help educate the Xbox community so that they can defend themselves against P-Rock, and them bastards turn on me. And the whole while they turning on me, P-Rock is the one that's saying, bro, let that go. They not gonna listen to you. And I'm like, God damn. And he was 100% right. And that's why I rock with y'all, because from the very beginning, Rock has always kept it real. He's always been about the data. Trolling and stuff is fun, but like when he's serious, it's like it's all facts. And it's like he can't lose because he uses real information.
Yeah.
Man, I was just doing. Yo, shout out to the Ruham. He said, "What's good, PR77? The panel was good. The Ruham, what's going on, brother? You getting ready for Thursday when next gen starts?" Oh shit, I'm wrong. I'm wrong. You know the vibes. You know what I'm saying?
You know the vibes.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, this is
in a couple of hours when the 12 T flops and 52 CUs hit.
Yeah. I'm excited for the Xbox dudes, man. You know, I'm gonna leave them alone tomorrow.
They look. I'm gonna leave them down and look somber. They don't act like a next gen console is dropping in a few hours.
Yeah, they're talking about load. They talk about load times. You're right, J-Dub. They're about, well, this game loads fast.
Yo, you ain't unboxed that yet, man. Come on, man. What's wrong with you, man? This man is a true Puerto Rican, bro. He gonna save it to the
end. You know what I'm saying? No, you know what? Let me open this sucker now. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it, right? Why not? Right? But my wife, you know about this? Wifey bought me this. She came home because they started selling it in the PX, and I was at work, and she was there doing some shit, buying some stuff, and she saw it, and she bought this for me. So when I came home and I saw this, I'm like, oh shit! And she bought me that, and she bought me this.
Put that thing in your hand, bro. You gonna see?
She bought me this, and I'm like, oh shit, a PlayStation coffee mug. She's like, no, this is your tier collector. Because you're going to be collecting a lot of tears when this PlayStation comes out. I'm like, I'm like, wifey knows the vibes. So she's like, this is where all these Xbox tiers are going to be collected. And I'm going to be like this.
Wow. That mug is nice as hell, bro.
Yeah, look at that. Got the classic right there, the original. What started it all?
That's on fire.
Yeah.
I like that.
So wifey know the vibes, man. Wifey don't play.
Yeah, that's fire right there.
I'm not sure I like my American tax dollars going to all this PlayStation merchandise.
Oh, snap.
So we open this with it. Let's see how we do it. So,
Put that thing in your hand. Pause.
oh shit! Oh, we're gonna open up. It's like opening Pandora's box. Trouble's about to come out. Oh shit!
Yo, watch his face while he hold that.
Hey, as soon as you put it in your hand, P Rock, you gonna say, "Ooh,
yo,
premium."
This shit.
Premium.
Oh shit!
yeah."
Yo, this is like holding Thor's hammer. Yo, this shit is mad heavy.
Oh, sorry.
Premium.
Yo,
Persona said smell like the controller.
That's the next level shit there, P Rock.
Y'all Negroes. Hey, JW, your mic a little low to me,
Yo.
bro. Can you turn it up a little bit?
Yeah, he's a little low to me too.
What about now? I'm good.
Let me see.
Oh,
Yeah. You can turn it up a little bit more. A little bit more.
What about now?
Oh yeah, you go.
You have max volume on here on the Discord. But yo, this shit's like Stormbreaker, dog.
That's it, man.
Yo, you can
like
try and twist that. You're not gonna hear no creak, nothing. Premium.
Like, this is the
PlayStation button.
This is the PS4. Like, it feels quickly, but this thing's solid.
Yeah.
Yo, and this shit is like you feel weight to this.
You know what's crazy about it? It looks bigger, right? But when you feel it, it doesn't feel bigger. Like the ergonomics, they did a really good job on it. I know it's bigger, and it don't make no sense what I'm saying. But when you feel it,
tighter.
It's bigger.
I ain't gonna lie.
The stick tension.
That shit is perfection.
I don't know.
Yo, Salty, what's good, brother?
Hey, what's up, Salty?
Yo, Salty, what up, bro?
Salt?
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, Salty up in here? Oh hell yeah! Get everybody up in here.
You know, one thing I like. I think PlayStation did a smart job with the DualSense is that the buttons aren't like clicky. You know, I don't want to compare it to Xbox, but I got to. But you know, when you play with the Xbox controller, you hear like all the clicking, the clacking. You moving the sticks, it's like click, 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 click. Yeah, like this is like you don't really hear that clicking. It's obviously most because they got the camera. I mean the mic in there now.
Yeah,
but
Barbara, you feel it more because you play a bunch of fighters, so you definitely feel that shit more.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Barry be on Twitter all day long, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a good multitasker, man. What can I say?
Barbie podcast, all you hear is click, 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 click,
Yo,
click,
Cole,
click.
nah, you cannot say that, Cole. Yo, listen, I have never been so proud because I remember it was like a few weeks. It might be a couple of months now, right? I think when you first came on here, and P Rock was letting you know, was like, yo. Listen, this is how Twitter works. And he was like, yeah, you know, I'm going to give them a chance, man. Yo, now you see the transition? Oh, that's my God. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing. I'll be laughing at them the polls, too.
Look here, man. I seen you in Walmart getting the Game Pass subscription. Don't try to hide it.
Yo, this is my first time in 2 years I haven't read up on Game Pass. I canceled it. So November 17th is going to be canceled.
That should be glowing.
Yeah, I got to cancel mine.
Until they got something, I'll probably re-up when they got something like, all right, I want to play this. But right now, it's like nothing really.
Yep.
I just been supporting them for 2 years, bro. I've been supporting them for 2 years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For no reason.
Man, I am excited about this week. What's the topics, man? I'm ready.
Want to see the topic? Go look at the screen.
Well, Cole, I'm sorry that you went over to
you can feel the trigger too. Feel the trigger too. You feel the it's like the trigger is much more like heavier and bulkier.
Yeah, this shit's a difference. Like this one, like the old school, like the PS4, the trigger's looser. This one is like
it's tight.
It's like pressure. It's tight.
Yeah.
So I get the bag. So
all right. So we'll start off with the first topic, right? Let's talk ray tracing.
Yeah.
That's
right? Let's talk some ray tracing. That's like the big deal, right?
Ray tracing. Which one though? Which one? Software or hardware? Which one?
Apparently, PS5 is software ray tracing. Apparently, right? It's not true ray tracing, right? So how is Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Optimus Code? Please let me know, and with your talent and knowledge, How is Spider-Man PS4? I mean, Miles Morales getting all the praise and great ray tracing. Like, come on, like, give us something.
What do you want me to say? Because it has great ray tracing. What you mean? What did you say, bro? Having all that stuff, but it has some of the best ray tracing.
Yes,
and it's one of the very first titles on the new console, and it already has some of the best ray tracing.
In all seriousness,
I'm not even gonna go into boring technical details, but I can show you threads with developers on Twitter, current game devs openly speaking about how fabulous the ray tracing is in Spider-Man.
So I'm gonna be serious. So let me set the stage up, right? Because I was reading Battaglia, however you pronounce his name, from Digital Foundry, Alex, right? So Alex, right? So Spider-Man has better ray tracing than Watch Dogs Legions immensely, but he did say it's not because of hardware, right? It's because of design consideration, which I like that term, right? Because if you don't want to fanboy about this, it's all about the design consideration of the games, right? So he explained it like this. Since Spider-Man was built, or he, in his opinion, was built to be, for the PS5, a 60 FPS game, they were able to do things by chopping it down to 30, such as making it native 4K, and then do the trickery with ray tracing, right?
Yep.
In his opinion, because Watch Dogs Legion was meant to be a 30-frame game, Ubisoft didn't have much room to do, advanced ray tracing techniques, because the actual design of the game, they just didn't have enough room. It wasn't like Watch Dogs Legion was designed to be a 60-frame game, and then when they implemented ray tracing, now, hey, you'll just play a 30-frame version. So I understand. In my mind, I understand what he's trying to talk about. But can you simplify that statement on what he's talking about?
Yes, I can. And so, it's just like any other thing, right? Like, if you've got some extra room, right? So if you, if you on a road trip and you got your Model X and you can fit 4 people in the car, but then only 2 of y'all decide to go on the trip, then you can put in more people in your Model X now, because you was already built to accommodate this large number of processing as far as the chip is concerned. And so now that they were able to design the game very efficiently, now they have, if they are willing to go down from 60 frames and go to a 30 frame mode, all that extra processing power and all that pipeline budget that went to the extra frames can now be used for effects and other things, of which ray tracing is one of them. It's other stuff too. It's more particle effects. It's all types of stuff. So that's the thing. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. So by cutting the frames in half, that opened up more processing room to add in more effects.
Absolutely.
Watch Dogs is not in 60 frames. It's 30.
No, it's 30. Yeah, it's 30.
It's a 30 frame. Yeah.
So the thing is, since Watch Dogs was never built to be a 60 frame per second game, they didn't have that overhead. You understand what I'm saying? Now the reason,
just say headroom. Overhead.
Headroom. Okay. Yeah. So I bring that to say this. So using that logic with design consideration, right? You look at Gears 5. Gears 5 is dynamic 4K, and it doesn't use ray tracing. It uses SSR, right? Yeah. Now, is it possible that the design consideration behind Gears of War 5 on the Xbox Series X is that it has to be a 60 frame per second game? It cannot be 30, because Microsoft advocate, even Aaron Greenberg said, the days of 30 frame per second gaming is over. So at least from a first party perspective, Microsoft put themselves in a box where they can't really release 30 frame games.
Right. So are you asking, did a policy change force them to stay at 60 instead of going down to 30 with more effects?
Exactly. So now is it possible that
Mikey Barra said that?
Yeah.
He said that. He said that multiple times.
Well, Aaron Greenberg. I know Aaron Greenberg said that the days of 30 frame per second gaming is over on Xbox.
It's over. But Mikey Barra was tweeting this earlier this year, when they was started already with the hyping up the stuff. Yeah. And he said, guys, stop overhyping stuff, because you're putting more pressure on developers to deliver something that they may not be able to live up to. Yeah. That's when But then again, Microsoft went out there with the 12T flops, world's most powerful console and stuff like that. So people are already thinking, well, if this game ran great at 60 frames on this old console, or with higher fidelity or lower resolution with higher frames, then 12T flops should be able to give us 4K 60 ray tracing, everything just give you the world.
Yeah.
Right.
You also got to look at it. You also got to look at it with as far as the pricing too. Ray tracing ain't cheap.
It's all about pricing. It's all about the money.
So when you look at it, right?
They don't want to spend that.
Yeah. So when you look at it, if the design consideration is 60 frames, it has to be 60 frames. So isn't dynamic 4K and SSR potential design considerations to get it to 60? Meaning, if you want this game 60, then it can't be native and it can't have ray tracing. We have to find another way to make this game look great.
Yeah. All right. So let me jump in.
Yeah. So please provide some expertise on that.
So if you have, and I don't know why people was expecting this stuff. Like if you had an i9 with a 2080 Ti, you are not going to get 4K 60 with ray tracing. Mm-hmm. Like even the most advanced GPUs at the time with the highest ranked processor, tons of RAM, could not deliver that. That is an expensive operation. 4K native is a big waste of the dev budget. It really is. And there was no way that a console, PlayStation or Xbox, is going to give you 60 frames at native 4K with ray tracing. The 3080 that's its claim to fame, and it's like 2 orders of magnitudes above what we have, and you have to pair it with all of the right pieces around it. Like, and that's not even consistent. You get drops even then. Like Watch Dogs Legion running on PC is not even at a lock 60 with ray tracing in 4K.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That is an impossible ask, is my point.
Yeah.
And so, and another thing with Watch Dogs or Ubisoft in general, like I said, there are a couple of devs talking about this on Twitter. The Ubisoft engine is not really optimized for PlayStation because it has a lot of it is heavily reliant on DirectX.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I think the conversation went like this in a nutshell. I'm just going to summarize it. In the beginning, we certainly don't expect any of the games from Ubisoft to take advantage of the potential that's in the PS5 because their engine has traditionally favored DirectX 12. Given that this is a new set of hardware, we especially don't expect it in the beginning, and we're not even sure if by the middle towards the end of the generation that it will take advantage of the PS5 because that engine is too heavily tailored, and the investment to switch it to make it like even, give it parity across both platforms is too much. And one of the things with Miles Morales and Insomniac is their tools and their engines are built specifically to take advantage of the PS5. So they're going to get more out of it than Ubisoft in particular, just because Ubisoft, not just now with the PS5, but even in our current gen, like it's been that way with Ubisoft and PlayStation.
Let me do some super chats. Got Eric out here. Appreciate the super chat, Eric. He said PlayStation greatness, Xbox trash, Raider Nation. My brother's a Raider Nation dude, and he never even been.
Shout out to Eric.
Yeah, and the furthest west he ever been was fucking Pennsylvania. And I don't know how he's a Raider guy. I like the furthest west he ever been, but he is hardcore Raider, hardcore.
Right? They in Vegas next season?
Yeah, they're in Vegas.
They're in Vegas now.
They're in Vegas now.
They're in Vegas now? Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Missy Bossy 101. The takeover is here. What up, PlayStation Nation? She rocking the Saints. Man, I got a lot of football people up in here. That's what I'm talking about. That's it. That's it. NFL. Yeah, shout out, Miss Bossy.
But we still here talking about how games run, right? Ubisoft games, right?
Yeah. One more super chat. Yeah. Mega 3000. Thank you for the super chat. He said Alex from Digital Foundry said that Miles Morales is already on their list for best graphic of the year. A cross-gen game people. Developer talent. He had to say that. So what's up, all day? What are you gonna chime in?
No, I'm saying like everybody worried about how Ubisoft games run. They need a game worth running. Wow. That's all I'm saying. Like,
wow, you ain't excited for Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Only Valhalla I'm worried about where Craig at.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Man.
Well, look. Let me tell you this. Y'all do know that the Xbox guys only hype certain multi-platforms because they're marketed by Microsoft. They're marketed by Xbox.
Oh, absolutely.
But look, it's not the Xbox no more. It's the Xbox. It's Xbox one.
You notice one thing that when people list like the Xbox launch lineup and the PlayStation launch lineup, they list like the Assassin's Creeds and Watch Dogs for Xbox. They don't do it for PlayStation.
That's what I'm talking about. That's
real
exactly
quick, y'all. All day you said you was gonna send me a PlayStation friend request with some funny name. You told me to be on the lookout for it. That was 2 weeks ago, bro.
I sent it that day.
You use because I've been
It's Kills the Cons. Kiss the Cons. You probably blocked them, thinking, man, this is some Xbox dude.
Yeah, you probably thinking it was all day or something like
that. This is some Xbox dude. Block.
He
did the karate block.
I said, "This your homeboy French braid, man. Abby, come on, man."
Hey, P-Rock.
I have to look through my phone.
P-Rock, I got a question for you. How come you not talking about the big news that dropped Saturday with the Mass Effect remaster?
Oh my! I knew you were gonna bring that up.
That is gaming news.
Oh my God! I knew he was gonna bring him and his goddamn Mass Effect.
Well, if they hit us with a 4K 30 remaster, bro, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I'm telling you,
I knew Craig was gonna bring up Matt. I already said, "Hey, how come we're not talking about like here we go?"
Yeah, I don't really think they're gonna do that much. I think
you know what's crazy?
You might get a 60 frames. Though.
Like that shit is mad late.
Hey, Pano, don't you think it's crazy right now? I've seen so much negative shit out there on Twitter, bro. Like they just bypassing all the good shit we've been hearing. I ain't hear no good shit getting retweeted, barely from this community.
They're not trying, man. They're like, yo, they're trying to retweet even like the silliest stuff. Like, oh my God. There's no charging cable when you buy the controller separately. I'm like, yo, like these dudes, like again, look at the screen, right? Look at the screen. Look at the attitude of Xbox and PlayStation. PlayStation unleash new gaming possibilities, while on Xbox. Which back compact game are you looking forward to trying? On the that shit.
Listen,
you can't even read that.
I couldn't even finish the sentence.
You going? Look, you hopping in the next gen just to reminisce?
Oh my God!
Are
you buying some new shit for your old? Yo, that's like buying a wedding ring for your ex. Like, what is you doing?
You know what? I will give leniency to the people that bought like the Series S. Like, all right, I'm gonna buy that for like backwards compact. $300 console. But these dudes out here going the $500 route. So they want to play the old shit. I'm just like, yo, bro.
Yeah, I don't understand.
This ain't looking good, man.
Yo, wait a minute. I'm trying to get me a Series X. What y'all trying to say about me, man? I mean, just tell me what y'all.
Well, I'm going to get one. It's just going to take me a couple of years because I need some new games. So, Fable
There's nothing wrong with getting one. It's just like my thing is just like, what reason are you getting it for? Just to be a fan, or are you trying to play
you don't have that kind of power. The 12 T-flops. That's a big selling point.
I mean, let me put it like this. For me personally, I can't say there are objective reasons for me to get an Xbox. It's because of what you said.
Remember, your financer tried to convince you.
Yeah, he put some flops on me. But the thing is, honestly, like just real talk, no cap, no fanboy, none of that. I definitely think there are reasons to own an Xbox Series X, but there is no way I could only own an Xbox Series X. Like, it cannot be my only console. If I have to choose one, it's PS5 all day, and it's not even close.
That's fast.
But as a complimentary console, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Series X that I just have it on deck.
That new tech, like everybody get tempted, everybody's a hardcore gamer, we like technology.
Like early adopters,
yeah. A new console come out, you get that little itch like, oh man, I don't really need this, but I want to get it. I get it.
I mean, I said people that were serious about the console, not the guys who try to downplay the PlayStation 5. Xbox Series X, I think at this point now is not a bad choice to get, especially now that they got Bethesda. They bought a lot more studios, so you're hoping that this time around you're gonna get a lot more games as compared to the last 7 years. You just have to wait on it, right?
Yeah,
but if you have both platforms. While you're waiting for the games, you're playing these PlayStation games, right? And then you might play some multi-plats on the Xbox. You can mix and match. You're not stuck, right?
100%.
And that's it. So it's not a bad choice. The real dudes. Yeah, go ahead. What you were saying? That's the reason why.
Exactly what you just said, and that's the reason why I ended up canceling my pre-order for my X Series X, because I can always get one later whenever the games come, right? Yeah. We know the game's not really going to come for a year or two, maybe to 3 years. This Bethesda deal is not, they haven't even signed the ink on the paper yet, right? Yeah. So it's not like they're working on the game specifically for the X Series X right now. That shit comes later. And Microsoft just don't have a really good track record. Take Bethesda off the table. Microsoft just really don't have a good track record for delivering high quality games at the level of Nintendo and Sony. Yeah. I hope that changed this generation, but let's face it.
Halo coming.
Listen, let's face it. They've already bundled. They've already bumbled they already fumbled the biggest Xbox game ever, right? They already fumbled that shit, right? So, and I'm not gonna. I hope that game will. I wish it does well or whatever, but they having too many issues, and we know when games have too many issues like that, that shit always come out mid.
I just came back. What game y'all talking about?
Halo.
Yeah, we can look at the history. And when a game goes through, creative directors and writers, it's gonna be a while for the game to come out. Look at Uncharted. Yeah. Uncharted got teased when.
Yeah. So I agree with y'all on that. There is no doubt that Halo is going through a share of troubles, and I'm not even gonna try to defend or damage control it. But I keep telling y'all, as long as we have guerrilla games with Horizon, this whole notion about what you did in the past is indicative of what you can do in the future. It's just not going on.
No. Go code. I'm not saying that, right? Like I said, in the future, anything's possible. But think about this though. Halo Infinite was supposed to be dropping tonight.
It should have been dropping tonight.
You don't go from.
I don't want to talk about Halo Infinite. This man,
I got him in his feels. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button, man.
Halo Infinite.
You don't go to drop this game tonight to where we gonna drop it sometime next year, and it comes out to be a big mega hit.
Real talk. I heard it's not gonna make 2021. I heard
it's not. It's not. I agree.
Yeah,
it's rough. It's very hard to say it's going to come out 2021, especially with all that type of changes that's going on with directors.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
That chicken is raw. That shit's about to give you salmonella.
Hey, let's say Halo does launch next year. Oh. Do you know the kind of fucking competition that
Overwatch 2 gonna be out by then?
With God of War, with Horizon, Forbidden West.
No, just talk about the shooters. Fuck that. Just talk about the shooters.
With the Battlefield.
The name Halo does stand out, though. It does stand out.
I think Halo can compete with any shooters, especially if they have the multiplayer and the campaign.
This day and age, it's going to be a free-to-play battle royale. Watch, I'm telling you.
That's my opinion. This is only my opinion, right?
For sure, the gameplay has to stand out.
Just my opinion. I believe Halo's time has ran its course because that game came out when I was in college, right? And so that game is, it's like, so all the young crowd and stuff like that, they don't really know Halo like that. Right. And everybody else is kind of like, well, Halo is long in the tooth, and they're not going to change Halo to be something drastically different what it's not, right? So I think they continue to make the game because us old heads remember it in the yesteryear of the glory days. But then
Halo 5 was just out, Jay, not that long ago.
Yeah, that game did not.
Let me ask you a question. Did that grappling hook make y'all excited? That motherfucking fishing line. Come on, man.
I was highly disappointed with
that nigga talking Halo 5 on the. Listen, each iteration of the Halos have been going down ever since Halo 4.
Look, Rock, I'm a guest of the show, and I asked very politely not to discuss.
No. The first time you on the podcast, you were a guest. Now you family.
Yeah.
Now it counts once. Now you can walk to the fridge and get your own damn drink.
Make sure he get the coaster.
That's it. Get your own damn drink now. Yo, hey, shout out to the super chat.
Put the coaster on the table. Don't put the drink without the coaster.
That's it. Show thank you for the super chat.
Everything y'all saying about Halo is right. I think, or potentially right. I do think that it is. I do think there's a lot of nostalgia for it, but I still think the Halo community is still big too. Because remember, it's releasing across Xbox and PC. The Master Chief Collection is really big on PC. It's big on Steam.
I agree.
So I'm just saying. Like, there's not a lot you can defend with Halo.
Code, you can't be free, Code. You can't beat free.
Code, Craig was like a zombie thumb.
Halo Infinite was going to come out for PC too?
Yeah. Every Xbox is in Game Pass across the board,
Yeah, every Xbox first party is Xbox and PC.
Free.
Bro, Halo look as hot as a Whirlpool freezer.
Just go to Taco Bell, get your number 2, get your 1 month of Game Pass, and move on.
Yeah, now Game Pass has Disney Plus. I saw that.
That's a 30-day trial.
That's only a trial?
TV. Hey, so we're going to do this, right?
TV, sports, TV.
So, number one, for everybody in the chat, hey, if you're viewing this live, please hit the like button. I would truly appreciate it. We got over 300 concurrent viewers. For the super chat, show on, he said, who are these fools on the panel? You know, raise that black fist, man.
Who are you, my guy?
Shout out to Sean, man. That's my dude right there. That's my dude, man. He's one of the few Xbox that are worth a shit. You know what I'm saying? My man, Sean. He's a true Xbox gamer.
Sean the homie. He the homie.
I know for sure Sean is praying for Xbox. I know that for sure.
We praying. Shout out to Chris Ross. Right? Shout out.
Can I say one thing?
Oh, sure.
The Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S drop tonight at midnight.
Congrats.
We had the whole last week to figure to look at the hype and to look at the sound and feel the atmosphere around Xbox. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, it seemed like it was just dead, right? It seems like the Xbox community was on the defense the whole time. They weren't parading and cheering, right?
No.
But the PlayStation Nation been turning up for the last 2-3 months, and we're a couple of days away.
Like they turning down a little bit.
Listen, you got. I mean, it's crazy. Like Twitter is crazy, YouTube is crazy. Like, I mean, it's just going nuts.
I'm add on to that because when I've been watching a lot of reviews, right? And it seemed like it's the same type of tonality with these reviewers when it comes to Xbox.
They bored, bro.
Bro, they like, you see Maximilian like, okay, nothing much has changed.
No instinct, no killer instinct.
Like it's still this, like, bro, like people are really, the controller, when they get to the controller, oh, bro, it's sacrifice.
There's very little excitement.
Like, they are bored, man.
It does have cool features, though. I think that quick resume is cool.
Yeah,
but you know what are you quick resuming? You know what I mean? Real talk. Like,
goddamn, you childish as hell. You childish as hell, Jay Barry. That's some childish shit.
P-Rock, everybody want to get Phil.
Everybody, we could quick resume 5 games. Name them. Name them. Name 5 games right now. Gears, Rise, Forza, Halo. I'm like, oh shit.
Yo, but everybody want to give Phil Spencer credit and all that, but really and truly, this launch lineup is his fault. Yeah. Like, yo.
You cannot blame Don Matrick for this. He cannot get blamed for this.
You can't blame Don Matrick no more. That excuse is overdue. It's thrown away. Throw it in the garbage. Like, yo, they got some cool games coming. Like, there's a game called Ascent coming. I'm thinking that would be close to launch. Nope. So it's like really and truly, it's nothing close to launch, bro.
Boy, chat panel. This is a serious topic. Like you got to understand.
Hold on, let me get this last super chat out the way. We're gonna move on, right? Cree Ross, hey, sorry for taking so long. Thank you for the super chat. He said, Optimus Code. Do you know what is Xbox equivalent of Sony's Ice Team?
So, Cree Ross, that is one of the things in the developer community that is a source of frustration with the Xbox platform because there is no equivalent. There is nobody in the Xbox platform that you can go to that are certified masters at getting the most out of that hardware.
They got no black belts.
And it is largely because the
No black
Xbox
belts.
platform has to take into account PC and all those different configurations. So there is no one group that has presented itself as the experts to maximizing this hardware. It doesn't exist.
You're right.
Can we go on the record and say that these developers are basically going to have to develop for the least common denominator?
Well, they don't have to design for the least common denominator.
Yeah, you're right. The design.
Give that education. Oh, thank you for reminding me. Oh, can you give that education?
Because the Xbox Series S is there, right? But you also have to understand that Microsoft don't really believe in generations like that. But so they're going to still be supporting the Xbox One for quite some time as well. So while in the short time, that may not be such a big deal. But let's move 3-4 years from now, 5 years from now. And they're still doing what they do because they don't want to leave no man behind, and they want your catalog to go with you.
Look how that fucks up perception, though.
This ain't post up is Ice Team's equivalent.
I know launch games don't be the best, right? They don't be the best, right?
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, we throughout the years we've been getting some. Switch had a decent launch, and the PlayStation 5 has a pretty decent launch, right? But the Xbox, I mean, have y'all seen the Falconeer? Just any of y'all? Have y'all seen it?
That's not even. Hold on. You are been out on Steam for a minute.
You are a pigeon. Hold on. You are a pigeon with an AK-47. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? You are a pigeon in the sky with guns on your wings, bro.
My man said we got the chopper.
What are we doing here?
The Falconeer is an old game. It's not a new game.
He said, "Pull out the chopper."
It's been out on
He said, "You got the Falconeer. I'm not a star. I got a chopper in the car. I got the chopper in the car."
Yeah.
Hey, yo,
and with that being
It
said,
was made by one guy. Shut the fuck up. I don't care.
I don't know. What is it? What is with Xbox and all these animals having guns? You got the dolphin dude, and now you got a pigeon with choppers.
The passion project.
Like, what is going on here, man?
Resurrection of MDK on Dreamcast?
Yo.
check this out. I kind of made this observation too, right? Mm-hmm. The PlayStation is going out on a high note. They released some of their biggest hitters this year. You got your the Ghost of Tsushima, you got The Last of Us 2, you got Neo 2, you got Final Fantasy 7 Remake. I mean, we can keep going on. They released all of this. So they're going out on a high note, and they have that momentum. Xbox is going out on a low note, right? They had the Bleeding Edge, the Battletoads, and stuff like that. And here they are starting a new generation on a low note. Their first game of the generation is a 60 Metacritic game with the Falconeer. So it's like they're continuing that. And the sad part about it is we don't see that curve changing anytime soon because we know they're not going to have any first party game for quite some time. We're not talking about like 2 or 3 months, but quite some time before they get any of that ready. So that poses, I think that poses a bigger problem than anything.
I agree.
Well, just keep in mind, we don't know everything. So there's some stuff that's in development that the public don't know about that may surprise us. And there may be a deal or two that might surprise us.
Listen, Code, you're absolutely right. But here's the thing, right? If they go out tomorrow and buy... just anybody. Rockstar. Let's just say they buy Rockstar, right? That would be a huge deal. But technically, that was already a huge deal prior to them. So do they really get credit for that right now?
What do you mean get credit?
I mean, you go out and buy something, but these, like, for example, what they did with Bethesda, I give them credit for going out, spending that money and buying that. But we won't see the results of that purchase, right, for years to come. Because right now you can't say, well, Fallout 76, you can't get credit for shit that was already out on multiple platforms, already got rated and everything. Like, even though I know they want to, but again, once the Bethesda deal go through and 3-4 years from now, once all the teams are cooking and creating stuff for Xbox, that result of that will totally be there. That'll be their credit.
Let's look at this.
Guess what, Jay? At that time, you be playing God of War, Ragnarok. You be playing Spider-Man 3, or like by the time that happened, we'd be good already. Them games will be left in the dust, bro. I'm telling you.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Carlos Crespin. Thank you for the super chat. He said Xbox is the Jets of gaming. Oh shit!
God
damn. Oh, they're like 0-8 or some shit, right?
Yo, they haven't won. We'll
my
see
God,
tonight.
man! I gotta check out my cousin, man. And then my man Fabrizi, he said, "Damn, thank you for the super chat." He says, "Chat, let's chip in to help P Rock get his PS5 on this Veterans Day." Thank you, dude.
Facts.
Salute, man. Salute, brother. Thank you.
Hey,
bro.
that's what's
That'll be
Yeah,
fire
tomorrow.
right there,
So everybody knows tomorrow's an important day, right? Like for everybody. Wait, what's going on tomorrow?
It's
Xbox Series X.
Xbox
Man, get the fuck out of here! It's the Marine Corps birthday. What the hell is wrong with y'all? It ain't about no Series X, man. 245 years. You know what I'm saying? That's what tomorrow is. Man, Xbox trying to take our day. Can't have our day.
That's why I was quiet. I ain't saying nothing.
He's like, wait a minute, Porter's up to something. He's up to something. Javard knows me. Yeah, tomorrow's a Marine Corps birthday. 245 years. Oh man, it's just a damn shame we can't do our ball, man. Because normally we dress up and we do it. Oh shit! Optimus Code just dropped 50, saying nothing because he doesn't have to say anything.
Hey, my man got the magenta.
Man.
Now,
Optimus. So go back to something on Twitter. You quickly gave a class about design and build phase, and Twitter. It's a little bit hard to drop some education on Twitter, right?
Yeah.
Please drop that education behind the mic. Let these fools know, because I think that class would have been useful 6 months ago. Because I think people would then understand, oh shit, so that's what's going on. And when I saw that on Twitter, I'm like, oh shit, this is the shit I'm here for. Please, can you provide that education live on the mic?
And that's what all that scaling talk was about, right? Yes. Their game development is always 2 phases every time. It's inescapable. It's the design phase, and then it's the build phase. First you design it, and the design is the part that you have to design to the lowest common denominator. So whatever is the trashiest device that your game is going to run on, that device determines what your design can do and what your game can be. The design never has anything to do with how your game will look or how it will run. Not even a part of it. We will be able to fly in an open world, or we'll be able to teleport from one end of the world to another, or we will have a timer. The boss fight will be a timer where you get a 1 minute timer, and in real time you have to teleport to 17 different locations in the correct sequence, whatever. It's like, this is what the game is, this is what it's going to be, this is the design. And again, most studios will have more than one design laying around that they're trying to get funded. So you pitch your design and your game to whoever is going to pay to get it built. Once you have secured funding, and you probably build a little prototype too, just so like they can have something to look at, but that's the design phase. Once that design has been funded, then you start building it. And then people usually say develop or development and build. They use those interchangeably, but that always assumes that the design has already been dealt with and now you're ready to start building the game. And that build phase is the exact opposite of the design phase. In the build phase, you always build it for the highest device that the game is going to run on, and you scale it down to run on the lesser machines every single time. So in design, you limit your scope to the lowest common denominator. In the build phase, you always build it to the highest common denominator, and then you scale it down. So that's just it, and that's how it works every single time. But scaling on PC, because people always bring that up, scaling on PC is not the same type of scaling that will happen like with an Xbox or a PlayStation. They're just vastly different. On the PC, they give you all of those settings and you change them yourself, and you change something, then you go run, you look at the frame rate counter, and you go back, you change, you increase the shadow depth, the draw distance, whatever you want. But you just keep playing with it until it feels right to you. And then those are the settings that you run with. And those sliders that you get to, or you can choose like max and ultra, or not ultra, but like max, low, medium, all of those different dials that you get to turn, that is scaling. In a console, that doesn't exist. They are hard. I doubt if they ever give console gamers that much granularity of control. They're going to pick for you, this is the graphic option, this is the performance option, and you just pick those two. You don't get to quote unquote scale it up and down yourself, because you could shoot yourself in the foot and end up with a configuration that's not performant. And they're not going to want to deal with that headache. So they're going to just pick for you. They're going to give you a graphics mode. They're going to give you a performance mode. They're not going to let you scale it up and down. So it doesn't really scale on the same sense on console like it does on PC. It is scaling because they will give you two versions, a higher one and a lesser one, but it's not even the same category of PC scale. So that's the difference. The design phase is what your game will be, lowest common denominator. The build phase is like putting it all together, adding all the bells and whistles, how it will look, how it will run. And yeah, you always tailor it to the highest device possible. On PlayStation, it's much easier, which is why y'all see the PlayStation 1.8 flops doing all this amazing stuff, because they get to focus on one set of hardware and they get to invest all their energy into maximizing this hardware. On other platforms, you have so many different configurations. It's like that jack of all trades, but master of none. Mm-hmm. On the PS5, they are masters because they are mastering that one hardware. On Xbox and PC, you have to account for so many different hardwares that you never master just one.
Okay. Interesting, man. Great education. See, and I wish you would have said that shit like 7 months ago.
He did.
Bro, yeah. I tried, Rock.
No, he did.
No, but he said I tried, Rock.
No, he did. But when you're on these dog crap 3-letter podcast shows, they're not going to listen to you.
Oh, shit. That goes off.
You know, he did. I remember him saying this multiple times on Twitter.
Okay. At the end of the day, don't nobody care about this, and this is where I agree with Jay.
I care about it because that's some great information. That's one of the reasons why I care about exclusives. People think, oh, why are you trying to keep gamers away from gaming? I'm like, number one, no one's being kept away from gaming. It's either your finances or your own personal choice that's keeping you away from gaming. Those are the only two things stopping anyone from gaming. Personal finances, which is sometimes out of your control. I won't knock a dude, you know, because even I grew up poor. It is what it is, right? Your personal finances or your personal choice. That's it. If you have the money, nothing's stopping you from playing Spider-Man. It's your personal choice. Whatever is in your head that's making you not buy a PlayStation to play Spider-Man, that's what's stopping you from playing Spider-Man. Not because, it's not on my preferred console. It's just plastic. At the end of the day, it's you grab a controller and you play the game that's on the screen. Doesn't matter what hardware is running on. All right?
Rock, when I said that, like, it don't really matter. Like, I agree with J-Dub. One thing J-Dub says, and he says it consistently, and he's right every time he says it, and he'll continue to be right. The only thing that matters are the games. Exactly. If the games are not utilizing any of this stuff, if the design is trash or the build is trash, none of this other stuff is going to matter. At the end of the day, you don't have to understand not one iota of how it came to be. Just when you hit that power button and that motherfucker fire up and you are in amazement, it doesn't matter. They could have did it with rocks and crackers and pebbles. Nobody cares that it is fabulous. That's the only thing that matters. And he has never lost sight of that, man. Jay always keeps his eye on the prize, which is, what are we playing, though?
Yeah,
that's it.
This was the first generation I remember in gaming for it to be mainstream, where guys actually researched the specs, the tech, and everything inside the box, right? All the previous generations, even with the Xbox One and the PS3, right? Even when you say, well, they had a cell processor and stuff like that, that was more of just marketing terms from Sony and from Microsoft. They didn't, we didn't really get into the nuts and bolts.
Gamers didn't fight for cell processor. Like, it wasn't a
thing. It's like, okay, well, PlayStation 2 was pretty good, so this is going to be pretty good. But this generation, people, they're going deep depth into the tech and to all the developer, all the developer tool set and shit like that. And it's like, you're not a developer. You, as a gamer, you should care less about that. I just want the bangers. That's it. Exactly.
I will say this. I get it. It's kind of like, if you're a sports fan, right? You could watch sports on TV, or you could be detailed into the stats, the metrics, whatever.
Yes.
My only problem with these dudes that go deep into the hardware is that they're making promises on behalf of developers when the developers aren't even making those. That's my problem.
They don't have to cash.
They're making assumptions on shit. How are you gonna make an assumption how a game is supposed to run when you never developed the game yourself? Why are you talking about something that you never did?
Yep. And that's the problem, Rock. Those people are not. I understand what you're saying, and that's a good point. So, I don't mean to be dismissive of that, Rock. Yeah. This stuff is interesting when people like gaming is their hobby, it's their lifestyle, and they want to understand more about the process. You're right. That is true. The problem is, from my experience anyway, I can't speak for everybody, but from my experience, the people that want to know this stuff only want to know it so they can argue and use it as ammunition in the process. Confirmation bias. They don't really want to understand it. They just want just enough to fight with.
That's it, man. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to SaneYou.com. He said, also, Game Pass is already affecting game design.
False. I vehemently deny that.
I don't agree.
Optimus still hard-headed about that, though.
If he's talking about the money they're putting into the game, if he can elaborate on that, whoever asked it, if you're talking about the money, that's one thing.
He ain't got to elaborate. You see it. You see it already. Y'all just blind to it.
Jay Barry's like, he's like, pray for your eyesight. Jay Barry's like, pray for your eyesight.
No,
Jay Barry's about to dip in some hole and be like, bless you.
Ain't finna give him no slack.
No, he's like, man, y'all see it. Y'all just blind. I give Mr. Barry. Jay Barry's crazy.
The way how these Xbox fans are talking about Game Pass, Microsoft was like, oh, damn, they're that stupid? Oh, we're going to split the game up? Sure, we're going to split that shit up. We're going to give you Halo multiplayer. You're going to buy a Game Pass, and you're going to get that single player later. They'll keep you.
Look here, man.
That's a great idea.
I got love for you, and I ain't going to even cap because I love Ghost of Tsushima, but people can take your statements and apply it to PlayStation, and it could be the exact same scenario, but you will have a different reason why it happened on PlayStation.
Optimus, because I already see Optimus. He was about to pull that Ghost of Tsushima and say, how come the multiplayer didn't come day one?
I love Ghost of Tsushima.
It is not the same.
It is not the same. Optimus like, I told you.
It is not the same.
Hey,
you got a complete game with Ghost of Tsushima when it launched. I'm talking about these games. It's not complete. Look at Sea of Thieves. You finally got a complete version 3 years later.
Sea of Thieves launched before there was Game Pass, sir.
Oh, Sea of Thieves launched when Game Pass was just coming. Like around
I paid $60 for Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves came out in 2015. It was 2015 game. Sea of Thieves came out, if I remember.
It did end up in Game Pass. That's true.
It was 2017.
Yeah, you can start in pre-order.
2017, right?
When did that come out?
It wasn't done. Game Pass launched like I think like mid 2017 around that
like
time.
17, yeah. Game Pass came out in 2017.
All I know is I was playing Sea of Thieves and
$60?
I paid for it with money.
Damn, and the Kraken was lacking.
Then, the Kraken was lacking.
Sea of Thieves in 2018. Okay.
Oh man. Okay. So now let me ask you this, right? So let's move over to a little bit PlayStation side, right? So in 2 days, right? 2 days, right? Yeah, no, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 3 days. In 3 days. In 3 days, PlayStation 5's coming, which marks the end of one generation and the beginning of another. So let's reflect a little bit of the current gen that's about to end. All right.
Well, I'm still in this current generation because I don't have the bag.
Well, you're gonna have to deal with it. All right. You're gonna have to. All right. You're gonna have to bring out some memories. So, anyone start out? Give us a little quick synopsis of how you felt about the PlayStation 4 generation, your ups, your downs. We'll start out with Jay Barry. Reflect a little bit on greatness. Give us a little ups, give us your downs. Let us know. As before we head into PS5.
Overall, this is one of the strongest generations that PlayStation ever had. And the reason why I said that is that the consistency throughout the years, minus 2015, that's one of the downs. PlayStation has been dropping a lot of great games. Just look at how they finishing the year off or finishing the generation. You can look at this year as probably the greatest year for the PlayStation 4 alone. Yeah. Let's look at the games that came out this year. Miles Morales is a PlayStation 4 game, and all those other games is PlayStation 4 games too. So that counts as PlayStation 4 in the generation. This year is amazing in itself. You know what I mean? The Last of Us, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Miles Morales, all launching in 1 year, bro. It's craziness. So PlayStation has definitely hit a home run when it came to the PlayStation 4. My downs came from like things like implementations with like certain features. I just felt like, you're taking a little too long to implement these things. Is that you had these things already in the previous gen, but when the PlayStation 4 gen came, the features is gone, like folders. I know nobody cared about folders.
No, but that helped organize. I cared.
Yeah, I like to have my stuff organized. And look, we're about to do the same kind of thing again with PS5. Even though you're giving us a great games, that's the most important things. But there's little minute things a little bit that will clean up the experience. I feel like they can.
We say reflect on the lows of the PS4, not the PS5, Negro.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The PS4.
Yeah. Oh, the PS4.
Yeah, that's what
he's just saying that PS5 looks like it's about to do the same thing because there's certain things that.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Yeah, and 2015 was a huge low. But even though they had Bloodborne, it's still, I think that was like with Bloodborne, The Order, but the second half of the year they was like completely dried out. We had to rely on like Uncharted. We
rely on Uncharted.
No, collection.
The collection.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's all they had to finish out 2015 as far as first party wise.
And The Last of Us 2 remastered.
It
came out. The Last of Us 1,
Part 1 remaster.
Yeah. That was 2014.
Yeah.
That was 2014.
Yep. Okay. But overall, I love the PlayStation 4, man. It brought back fighting games. In my opinion, there's a lot of like fighting games that I love. PlayStation 4 brought those things back, and it brought back my love for fighting games again, where it started the online arcade and all that. You know what I mean? So I love this generation to death, man. I know a lot of people say, but the PlayStation 2, the PlayStation 1, I love those generations too, man. But you have to incorporate it or include the PS4 within that as well, man. It's been an amazing time here, man. But yeah, I love this gen. It's gonna be bittersweet to let it go, but when Thursday hit,
that's it. Hey man, gotta go.
Send that thing off real quick.
Gotta go.
Oh shit! Let me get the super chat before we move on to J-Dub. He says, Caleb Kaiser, which one is more worse, the Xbox brand or the NFC East? Oh God! Oh Jesus! Man, you hurting my soul right now, bro. Cause man, the NFC East is looking like trash. Oh my God, that shit hurts my soul right there.
Spooky over there.
Oh my God. So J-Dub, give us your highs and lows of the PS4. Reflect a bit.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. This is, to me, now again, this is just my opinion. this is the greatest generation in gaming ever. If you take away the nostalgia factor of the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1, and just look at it for really what it is, the amount of brand new first party IP that Sony has created this generation alone, everything from Days Gone, and I mean, we can just keep going on and on and on. The partnerships that they've did, the exclusive content, they gave you real-time VR this generation. As a kid, everybody wanted this, the VR. We didn't really know what it was, but in the cartoons and in the movies, it looked pretty cool. But they gave you that this generation. This generation, they pretty much created. They made from the console space like podcasting and broadcasting. They've created more content providers this generation than any other generation. So this generation did a lot. PlayStation did a lot. Again, first party games. They double down on it. They bet on themselves, and it paid off handsomely for them. The lows again. There was some dead time the beginning of the generation where you get some games and then there was some draw spots and stuff like that. But once they kind of got past those little rough spots, I mean, they just put their foot on the gas and they never let up at all. It's crazy. All of the Game of the Year winners and contenders. I mean, even this year they have maybe 5 or 6 Game of the Year contenders. That was either for their exclusive to their platform, marketed for their platform. I mean, Sony just know what they're doing. And it looks like they're going to turn that dial up to 10 and move forward with the next generation. So I'm excited about it. The best thing about this generation to me, again, is the games. The God of War, The Last of Us 2, The Ghost of Tsushima, The Days Gone, and on and on and on. We can keep going. They even found fit, right, to say, we know we promised you guys this game a long time ago. We don't have to do it, but we want to do it because we owe it to the fans, right? And they gave us The Last Guardian. Stuff like that, man, is just really, they just really kind of go out of their way and pull at your heartstrings on certain things, right? When they teased the God of War Ragnarok, stuff like that, just like, oh man, you know what you was doing when you did that. We know we got a new Uncharted game or something from a second game from Naughty Dog coming. So you can just already bet on PlayStation, you bet on Sony, and you know they're going to deliver. Even if they don't make another new IP, they have enough IP this generation to keep moving forward for the next 2 generations by just giving you sequels. But we know that they're continuing to double down on their studios, giving them more games. They bought Insomniac, which was one of the biggest purchases they had this particular generation. With that purchase, I think they paid $220 million. But that $220 million turned around and gave you 2 brand new IP ready to go for next generation, all within 3 years. We got Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Ratchet & Clank ready to go. I like that. That is
Spider-Man remaster.
Yes, and they reworked the Spider-Man for the Spider-Man remaster for the PS5 and stuff like that. That's you have to have a knack, an eye for talent to be able to say, we're going to buy this studio. There's something special. We'll give them 2-3 IPs to work on all at the same time. And they'll have the shit ready in 2 years for the next generation. And here it is. That's crazy. So that's why I feel like, and I'm not the only one that said that. We had, David Jaffe said the same thing. Sony's talent is having the management staff, the executive team that knows how to buy these studios and how to market these games, and they just have the business sense. They're always in the boardroom cutting deals and shit like that. They're not all on Twitter and not all in podcasts and doing all kind of fluff stuff, right? They let their business sense do the talking, and that's, at the end of the day, I love that. That's what business people are supposed to do. Nice. So yeah.
Okay. Optimus.
Oh man, bro, I can do this real fast.
Quick, yeah, highs and lows.
PlayStation 4. So first, Rock, it's not over, right? Like, Craig, you ain't got to complain because they're going to support you for the next 2-3 years. You can play Spider-Man, Miles Morales, just like the rest of us, bro.
No, wait on the bag, but yeah.
That being said...
He ain't playing none of that. He's waiting for goddamn Mass Effect Remaster, and he's going to play that for the next 10 years. This dude. And then he's going to want a remake of the remaster.
Right. I might, yeah.
Hey, Rock, and PS4, I put it on Twitter the other day. What I think of when I think of the PS4 is sustained excellence, and not just like once or twice, but constantly over and over and over, just excellence. And I mean, everything. They had so many different varieties of games, so many different genres. They had the JRPGs, they had the Western RPGs, they had the fighting games that Jay Barry trash at. They had the obscure fighting games. Everything. They had the single-person action adventure. They had multiplayer. They had full lobbies for all of the major Call of Duties. Like, anything you needed, you could find on PlayStation. And they did not disappoint me at all. As far as lows, I don't really think they had. There are some things that I wish were different, but as far as like calling it a low, I wouldn't really classify it as a low. The thing that frustrated me the most was the parental controls was lacking, especially compared to Xbox, because I could set the Xbox up for my grandchildren very specifically and have pinpoint control over websites they could access, stop them from looking at porn, block access. Microsoft to send you a report, and these are the web searches they did. Like, just everything you need as a parent to monitor your kids' online gaming. On PlayStation, that shit was like a desert. I was like, man, where's all the shit? Then you could subscribe to some service for like $25 or something, but it was like definitely lacking. But that didn't like hinder my enjoyment of the games. It was just a feature that I wish they had. And another area where I think they dropped the ball at, and this is no cap, this is real talk. I think in the beginning, PlayStation Now was focused on streaming, and it had left like a negative impression. Like, people's first impression for PlayStation Now was negative, but Sony did a lot to improve that service. And I think PS Now is definitely underrated, but I don't think they do enough to market it the way Xbox is marketing Game Pass, even though it is every bit as worthy. So I think they leaving some money on the table with PS Now because they simply do not highlight it enough, in my opinion. But the platform overall is excellent. Like, I have no complaints about the PS4. None.
All right. Awesome. Nice. All day. You there?
What's up? I'm here, bro.
Hey,
what up, man?
The highs and lows so far your time spent on PS4 this gen.
I think when I first started, I think in 2014, I got rid of mine because I don't really fuck with I don't fuck with Infamous, man. I can't do it, bro. That shit, it wasn't enough for me to keep me. Yeah. But hey, when I got it in 2015, like late 2015, bro, it was all. Yo,
mute this man, Mike. Mute this man. Yo, you're not going to disrespect Infamous while I'm on the podcast.
There'll be no Infamous slander.
Bro, that was Saints Row 5. But anyway, it was definitely some of the best gaming I've had me in my career. You know what I mean, as a gamer. So I think that Xbox kind of did a better job. And I think that I give them a lot more credit than PlayStation, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Just because every time I would look at what Xbox had to offer, it's either play Spider-Man or play Ashen. And we ain't doing that. So they always let me know where I need to be playing. You know what I'm saying? They gave me VR. They gave me VR, bro. Like, we've been dreaming about that since we was kids, dog.
True,
you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually doing this shit in my living room. Like, I'm just saying, bro. They kind of handled everything on all corners, all aspects of gaming. They had it covered, bro. And that's no cap, bro. So if they can just continue, I feel like there was the last publisher, them and Nintendo, that really stayed true to, what they do best. And that's, deliver great games. So I think they did a good job, man, for real.
Okay. All right, Craig.
Yeah.
What you get? Highs and lows of your PS4 experience.
Well, somebody coming off. I came off the 360. Their launch lineup was so. I think I really enjoyed the baseball game. I forgot how much I missed that. Xbox did not have one, so that was good. They picked it up with Infamous, and then I ended up buying The Last of Us Part 1 because that's all. If you had the 360, you didn't have a PlayStation 3. All you heard about was The Last of It. So when I bought that is what hooked me into their ecosystem. But they've had great games. They've improved the gameplay, the writing of their games, the way they actually make you give a damn about the characters. It's just they have really great writers. And to see the way they've expanded on those characters from, they're taking a huge risk with God of War because it had a way it was played, and they went to the way that was a big risk. That was risky. Insomniac purchased the Spider-Man game was, come on. It was causing people to cry. First time I've ever seen anything like that before. Came out right as the superhero genre was, really, really, really picked up. No shade to Batman, but Batman's trash.
Whoa! Ejecto,
cuz. Craig, relax. Got to hit that.
But games like a game like a Horizon Zero Dawn, all the way to a game like Detroit Become Human. They touched on a ton of political topics. Still to this day, I think as far as the writing, you can argue about the gameplay, but the risk they took with the writing in that game again was top notch. And as far as my favorite series of games was not playable on the PlayStation 4. So that was a personal down for me. But overall, they just really, code is right. They really just, to me, each year got better. It's like they were topping each year. And that's hard. That is just hard to do. Yeah, I don't care what you're making. You watch the MCU movies. If you watch the 3 Captain America movies. Just watch the improvement of the writing, the investment of how they did the characters. It's the same with The Last of Us Part 1 and 2. That's Part 2 is just gritty, and it left me asking questions about humanity. Jesus,
Actually, hey, Craig, that's a good point, Craig, brother. So y'all know, like, when you go to the movie, say, like, you've been waiting to see, like, I don't know, any movie, The Matrix, whatever, don't matter.
Yeah.
But you've been waiting 6 months to go to the movie to see The Matrix. And you finally hyped. You get there, you get your popcorn, you going in, you sitting down, and the first thing they do is show you a set of previews. And even though you've been waiting 6 months for the movie you seeing now, they still have a way to show you previews to get you hyped for what's coming in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
So where they deliver on what they promised you before, but then they still got something new to get you hyped for the future. And PlayStation, he's right. They do that. They like, we about to give you this, but as soon as you get comfortable with that, we finna hit you with this next big thing. And they know how to keep you waiting for the next thing while still satisfying you with the current thing.
Yeah.
The character that one of their big risks was retiring Nathan Drake, who was a staple of PlayStation for the for the PlayStation 3, and they pretty much brought in Aloy. That's your replacement for Nathan, and that was a big risk because this is a brand new type of franchise. And I heard Code say, if you can go from making Killzone, which was trash, okay, and then go all the way to making a game like Horizon Zero Dawn, which had, which this shows you the talent of that team, how they spent millions on making these engines so that they could get, like Code has said on multiple podcasts, giving the developers the tools they need to just push everything, and then scale it back, So yeah, to me, they just, it's the excellence. There's still a wrestling line, excellence of execution. Marketing's been on point to the point where you got people crying. My niece has a marketing degree. She said what Sony did to Microsoft as far as marketing is going to go down in history of what they did to them. It's just historically, it was a great marketing coup on what they did. So, So yeah, that's mine. But like I said, I can't play Mass Effect on PS4. Not yet. Next year I'll be able to. So that is disappointing. Only because you can still tell by the reaction that everybody had on Saturday, which was in 7 Day. That game, that franchise, is still extremely relevant, and that is a big ups to Microsoft, because Microsoft actually published Mass Effect 1. Okay, they didn't create it.
You can't play Mass Effect on PS4.
You can't. You can't play 1, 2, and 3. Now, you will when the remaster comes out. That will be available for PS4. But you can play Andromeda, which, like I said, I could have sat on the toilet with explosive diarrhea and wrote a better script than what's in Andromeda. But overall, that game franchise not being on PlayStation does take away a little bit. And like I said, I give props to Microsoft because they had the shooter. You all brought up Halo. They had a shooter, but they did not have an RPG type of shooter. That's why Mass Effect got made. And Microsoft published it, but that was back when Microsoft was taking risks. That's a Microsoft that I personally miss. But again, there's no Microsoft. There's no Mass Effect. That's the truth. But at the end of the day, that Microsoft no longer takes risk anymore. They're just doing what they're doing. So I guess, you can say Game Pass is a risk. But overall for Sony, they to me, they executed. The marketing was perfect. The way they put the games out there. One was always, you all brought up 2018, and it was just, they had God of War, they had Detroit Become Human, and they had Spider-Man. It was all within like 100 days of each other. So it's that to me was the pinnacle. They were just saying, here we go, and it's just and they want we want more. We want to see what's going to happen with Ragnarok, God of War. We want to see what's going to happen in Halo's next adventure. They keep you coming back for more, and that's just a testament to the way they make games and the improvements that they brought to the industry.
Yeah. Well, shit!
Shout out to Craig, man.
Yeah, shout out to Craig. He brought out the teaser.
The PS4 was the closest thing we had to the PS2.
Yo, yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
I believe that.
Shout out to PlayStation.
I agree.
Man.
Okay, yo, for me, I make it quick. My low was actually the beginning. Just watching the launch of the PS4, I was not interested in any of the next gen consoles in 2013. Like I saw the games. I'm like, I just didn't care for them. It just didn't drive me. Like. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I felt like, you know how I felt about Killzone. You know how I felt about Killzone, right? I didn't care. Yeah, that Killzone, I'd rather have bought a Big Mac than get that. I was like, you remember that shit, right? You remember that shit? You remember that shit all day?
You like that shit too?
You remember that shit? Oh, that shit is trash, right?
I love Killzone, bro.
Right? Oh my god, that shit is trash, right? And then
warn me about that shit.
Yo, I warned him. I was like, I gotta tell the story again. I tell the story 100 times, right? So we're in a party chat all day, right? And then he's like, we're looking. I forgot. Maybe we just talking. We play separate games. But all day came out of nowhere. He'd be like, oh man, they got Killzone in the store for $5. Yo, you think I should cop that, Rock? I'm like, yo, this is what I want you to do, right? This is what I want you to do. I want you to take that $5, right? I want you to get in your car. And he's like, all right. Then you're gonna drive to McDonald's, right? You're gonna go to a drive-thru, order a #1 Big Mac meal with that $5, and it's better spent. And he's like, man, get the fuck out of here. Like 3 days later, he goes, yo, Rock, I bought it. I'm like, all right. 2 days later, yo, Rock, I should have bought the Big Mac.
No, you know what? It's a beautiful looking game,
it's a Rise. It's our version of Rise.
Yo, mute their mic, please. Mute their mic.
That game is trash.
Absolutely, man.
They know you were doing so good, man. You were doing so good. My God, that game is terrible. It's terrible.
I love that franchise. I love that franchise.
That game is terrible.
It was just bland, bro. To me, it didn't have no life.
Negative. I think a lot of people going with that mindset with Killzone Shadowfall, but yo, play that game. That jump fire.
We did. That's why I gave us our opinion.
Y'all go in there because everybody say, "Oh, Killzone's always shot."
I'm not doing that again.
Amazing.
No.
Did you like Killzone, bro?
J-Bart. Listen, brother. Let's say if I was to listen to you, right, and I'm popping Killzone, and I give it another half hour, maybe 2 hours, and I'd be like, man, this game still sucks, right? Now I turn off my PlayStation. I get in my car, right? And I'm like, yo, let me get some pizza. Or let me get some Mexican. Let me get a burrito to the next local place. Then a semi-truck hits my car and kills me. My last game I played is Killzone Shadowfall. I'm not doing that. I'm not risking that. I will not risk my life saying that the last game I played on this earth is Killzone Shadowfall. That shit ain't happening. I will not touch that game ever again.
I'm just saying that the game is good. I mean, if you enjoy Killzone like 2,
I enjoyed 2.
If you enjoy 3,
no, I didn't enjoy 3. They changed
it's very hard. It's very hard to say that.
It's very easy. It's very
bro. No, if you enjoy 2 and 3, it's hard to say you don't enjoy.
I couldn't even finish it, man. Like there's very few games.
It's like a great sequel.
2 is completely different from 3. 3 they made it like Call of Duty. Like when I played it, and I'm like, what the fuck did they do this thing?
Yeah, they changed it. They changed it up like Call of Duty.
Yeah, and here's the problem that I think Guerrilla didn't understand. If you make your game like Call of Duty, then that's just gonna make people want to play the real thing. Killzone 2 was unique. It had its own style, and that was great. But they wanted that Call of Duty bag, but you can't get the Call of Duty bag because Call of Duty has the Call of Duty bag. You have to build your own bag.
Nah, they just made the controls more like Call of Duty because Killzone 2 was weird. Where you pressing R3 to aim down the sights. You know what I mean? Nobody was really wanting to do that, especially with the hype of Call of Duty. But they still had the mechanics of your character feeling heavy, guns have weight to them.
It felt very Call of Duty-ish. J-Dub, shout out, hold on. Shout out to the chat. Super, he said J-Dub is a the guy's name is J-Dub is a shill. He says, P-Rock, I may have to ease up on the ponies, bro. I won a PS5 from brothers over on the Iron Lord podcast. Looking forward to The Last of Us 2 on PS5. Yeah, dog. Hey, J-Dub is a shill. That's how it starts.
Yeah. Oh, that's my man. Real name too, yo.
Yeah, that's his name.
He be following me everywhere. Shout out to him.
Don't worry, he's gonna change his name to J-Dub is a god after he plays The Last of Us. You ain't going back. You play that PS5, you be like, you ain't going back. You ain't going back. But anyway, so my first I didn't buy the console until 2015. That's how unimpressed I was until I saw Bloodborne. When I saw Bloodborne, I'm like, I got to play that game because I love Demon Souls. I love Dark Souls. That was my system, son, right? And then shortly after, like 4 months later, Batman Arkham Knight came out, and I'm a Batman fanboy. So for the most part, I was playing that. I played a bit of Destiny, and then I was playing the Elder Scrolls and stuff like that. So that's what I was doing for a little while, right? You know, I didn't like the big push for indie, but I understood. I understood the whole big push for indie and stuff like that. But I was like, man, Sony's really going hard for this indie stuff, right? Fucking Tropico 5 and Godzilla and shit. I'm like, my God, what the fuck is going on with PlayStation, right? But once they started pushing out the footage, once I saw Horizon Zero Dawn footage at the E3s, Uncharted's coming, 2016 was looking great. You know, Uncharted came out and, you know, the games just started coming. And then I had a certain point, it just started flooding. Like, I was like, oh, shit, this console's pushing the fighters. It's pushing the Japanese games. It's pushing, like, if you didn't just focus strictly on the big AAA stuff, right? That console had tons of shit. I was the first one to notice Neo at the, that December event. What was it? Sony, what was that event Sony used to have? The PlayStation something?
PlayStation Experience.
Yeah, the PlayStation Experience, right? And
that's another thing too. The PlayStation Experience.
So they had the PlayStation Experience, and they were showing a lot of indies. I'm like, man, this was 2015, right? And it's kind of underwhelming. But then I saw Neo, and I'm like, yo, what game is that? And I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, that shit looks like Onimusha. I'm like, yo, this shit look dope. And I'm like, yo, this shit is fire. And then I'm out there like by myself, maybe Jay Barry, me and him the only ones, yo, Neo. And everybody's like, what the fuck is a Neo? Like, yo, this was 2015, so like the games weren't coming. The games weren't there yet. You know, Uncharted 4 wasn't out, Ratchet and Clank didn't come out, MLB, you know, it wasn't there yet. So me and Jay Barry's like, yo, Neo. And everybody looking at us like, man, these guys got no games. They hyping a game called Neo. I'm like, man, it ain't Neo, it's Neo. Right? But when Neo came out, tell me that shit wasn't fire. Tell me that shit was not fire. That shit was dope, right? And then at a certain point, PlayStation just kind of like, and I don't want to re-say what Craig said, but PlayStation came out with games that were emotional, great characters, great writing. They took a risk with God of War. Yo, E3 2016 when we saw Spider-Man, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, and I'm thinking,
oh shit, E3.
I'm like, yo, this is Spider-Man, and I'm like, it said Insomniac, and I'm thinking, this shit's a PS4 exclusive? Oh hell no! I was like, yo, that did it. To me, that was the apex of PlayStation greatness. Yeah. If there was any point that PlayStation just sealed the deal for the gen, it was that Spider-Man. Yo, there's people that I remember watching the YouTube video. There's people in the chat that's like, yo, when you waited your whole life for Spider-Man and you realize you ain't got the console to play it. Fuck Xbox. I was like, that did it. That right there, I was like, yo, Spider-Man exclusive. And Insomniac delivered it in a way that was true to the comic. I was like, that's it. This shit's a wrap. It's over. But PlayStation kept doing it, man. It just didn't stop there. The Last of Us, when they introduced The Last of Us 2, I was like, oh, shit, these dudes is crazy. Ghost of Tsushima in, what was it, 2017? At Paris Games Week?
Paris Games Week, yeah.
Paris Games Week. Jesus. The reveal.
Yo, Days Gone, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Like, PlayStation first party, like, it's like, they trying to, at one point I'm thinking, yo, is Sony trying to be Nintendo? Where they're like, yo, we buy PlayStation for first party? Because, like, yo, these dudes is hitting it hard. And, yo, I have to agree with all day. PlayStation 4 is neck and neck with PlayStation 2. Like PlayStation 3 did not give me this feeling that the PlayStation 4 had. Like, not even close. Yeah. PlayStation 4, and then just to reiterate what J-Dub said, it brought out just, it helped push, the podcasting. You can't give PlayStation credit by itself, but together, along with the other platforms, it pushed podcasting and content creators. It just pushed everything to a whole new level, man. I mean, yo, this generation was fire. I know some people say this generation sucks. I don't see it. Like, you ain't played enough games, or you only played the shit that you see in commercials.
That's exactly what I was
like. You gotta expand your library. There's some quality games that's just unique in gameplay. Hell, I'll be honest. There is still shit I'm waiting for on PS4. Lost Soul Aside, and that's a PS4 game that I'm still waiting for that shit to come out.
Which one is that, bro?
Lost Soul Aside. Just look it up on YouTube. It started out with one guy developing it, just one dude, and it looks like a RPG. It looks like a crossroad of Final Fantasy mixed with like Devil May Cry Bayonetta. It's dope. It's crazy dope. Yo, when Sony saw that one dude push it out as a demo, Sony got into a contract with him. I don't think it's exclusive, but they funded the rest and gave them,
it's exclusive because it's part of their China project.
Yeah, the China joint.
Yeah, so check it out. It's called Lost Soul Aside. I've been waiting this game for 3 years.
They had to play it as a demo at PSX. They had to play it with a demo.
This shit is crazy good, But overall, man, this just like, wow. I'm gonna be honest. PlayStation 5 got some big ass shoes to fill. Huge shoes to fill. Because PlayStation 4 is just phenomenal. This generation, like Optimus said, there's no way you could be a gamer and not own a PS4. He's like, I see him in Twitter and I believe him. Like, you could cut all the bullshit about, Optimus, you don't, if you're a gamer, there's no way you could look at PlayStation games and be like, nah, I don't need to play them. Bullshit.
Facts.
Bullshit.
I know hardcore gaming dudes that just play PC. They don't play anything else, but they had to get the PS4 though.
Yeah, they had to. That shit is just...
They skipped out on PS3, but they got a PS4. You know what I mean? So
you look at the games, you're like, I just at least have to attempt to play it. Even make an opinion for yourself, because it might suck, but you just can't stare at the previews and at the demos and at the YouTube videos and just sit there and do nothing and let this great games not be played. There's just no way. There's no way.
How you gonna be a gamer and for 7 years in a row, every game of the year contender you not interested in? How, man?
It's crazy.
Impossible. Yo,
they forcing themselves too. They be forcing it.
It can't even be the money because you could just get one for $1.99 with a $50 gift card.
I'm trying to tell you, they're forcing us. They really hate PlayStation. Like they're forcing.
They really hate PlayStation, bro. You got K Mega out there cyberbullying that girl from Monica Studios, man.
Be humble. Like, you need to be humble. Other developers don't do that. You need to be humble. You need to be humble.
Game of the fucking month.
Yeah.
There's 100 million PS4s in the wild. I know your cousin got one or your uncle, somebody got one where you can pull up to
borrow this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo, so PS5, it got some big shoes to fill, but I think Sony's gonna fill it. I'm confident in Sony's tooling. That's what I like about Sony, man. They just stick to their guns and they just do them. They're just gonna focus on that's it. And they ain't they're not gonna get involved in this spec war nonsense. They haven't. They're just not dealing with it.
It's kind of crazy, P-Rock, that how they end in the PlayStation 4, and then when you hear the stuff that's coming out for 2021, it's like, yo, bro, like you're just maintaining the momentum, bro. Like,
yeah, that tweet you got, Rock, is exactly what Jay Barry talking about.
Yeah,
crazy.
Now,
like
Sony,
2021.
Now, Sony
stacked, bro.
This is what I like about Sony. This is what I really like about Sony, right? As a gamer who plays their stuff, right? And this I'm gonna be honest. This is no cap. This is no joke. This is not shot, right? You heard I said in the beginning, I wasn't impressed with the PS4 because they didn't have the games. I think generally most people agree Sony did not come out with their guns blazing. They just, for 2 years, they hype in these. They just, like the way they're finishing off, or the way they have been most of the gen, the first 2 years was not like that. It was pretty dry. They just weren't, they just weren't pushing the first party content. Now, Sony admitted that. The whole, the fanboy joke about sparse, that didn't come from the Xbox guys. Sony created that narrative.
Yeah, that was Andrew House.
The fanboy, the fanboys just rung onto it and used it against PlayStation 5. But when you think about it, Sony did that to themselves. They said, man, our first party is looking sparse. They admitted it. They held no punches back. They saw what they did. They're like, this is a problem. And they admitted it to the thing. And then it called backlash, and then the fanboys held on to, haha, sparse, PlayStation sparse. Sony admitted it. But that's what you got to do. Now, let me ask you this. Over the last 4 years, have Microsoft ever admitted that they have a problem with games?
They did.
Where?
No, Phil definitely said that.
I gotta see this.
Phil said they've been weak with the quality, at the game quality, and they have to do better. Absolutely.
He said that like 3 years ago. He still
gotta see it.
No, he just said.
Sony came out and said, "Hey, our shit is sparse. We hurting here." Like, yo, that's what I want to hear. I want you to address this. Like, if your house is on fire, don't say, "Hey, I think something might be wrong with the kitchen." Nah, motherfucker, everybody get the fuck out. Our shit's on fire. I want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?
The brand has a lot of trust to earn from the fans because they have not been good with the first party content, but they aim to fix all of it.
Not good. They've been trash.
Well, he didn't say that.
No, that's what he needs to do. Sony did. Sony didn't go, we didn't do such a great. No, they said, yo, our shit is sparse. Andrew House looked around like, yo, we sparse around here. Like, what is we doing?
He said it's not even like you making up the words. That's what he said.
He literally said that. It was Sony that said PlayStation first party is sparse. He said it. He's like, yo. And I think, and what I like is they learn from that. Because you see, it's the complete opposite with the PS5. In fact, supposedly now, Gran Turismo is going to be an early 21 game, which goes back to the days of the PS2 when you used to get Gran Turismo up front. I ain't playing this shit, so it don't matter,
Gran Turismo, Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, all of that, bro.
Now, I will say this. I will give Gran Turismo a chance if they make it fully VR, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I played Ace Combat, maybe like 3 weeks ago, right? And the guy, it was my coworker. It lent it to me. He's like, just play the VR. The rest of the game is trash because once you play VR, you can't play it no other way. And I'm like, all right, let me see what he's talking about. So he said, I started out with VR, right? So you playing, Ace Combat VR. You're literally looking around in the cockpit, right? And when you play the game, you don't have to do that stupid shit where if you play playing games and you're trying to find the other plane, you have to play this stupid game of circle around and find them, circle around and find them, circle around. It's annoying as hell. That's why I don't really like playing games, right? Because you know what I'm talking about? That you have to look on the radar and you have to like hard left, and you're playing this stupid game of.
It's like you're watching a big ass clock.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, this is annoying, right? You know what I'm talking about, guys, right? You're like, trying to find this shit, right? Well, in VR, you could just be like this, and you look around, you be like, "Oh, that's that motherfucker right there," and then you move your plane in his direction. So you're looking 360 degrees to find the guy.
The immersion.
Yeah, so it's like being in a plane. So too bad there's only like 4 or 5 missions. But after I beat those missions, I went back to the regular Ace Combat, and I couldn't do it. I'm like, because you're back to the trying to find this dude. I'm like, I can't do that. Now I'm gonna say this. if the next generation VR, I'm in the car, I'm in the cockpit, and I'm driving, and I'm looking at J-Dub, like, yo, J-Dub, look at the screen, look at the video, right? And I'm driving, I'm looking at you. I'm gonna be like this.
Yep, you can see it.
And I'm gonna dust you. I might give that a try. If I'm in that cockpit looking around and I can do that, I'm gonna be like, I'm out, dog.
Yo, you right. Well, I got good news for you, man.
You know what I'm saying? If I could,
go and get that Gran Turismo Sport.
oh shit!
It supports VR.
I'm gonna wait. No, I'm gonna wait till next gen. I'm gonna wait till next gen. I'm gonna do next gen. I'm gonna try it. That's gonna be my only time. That's it.
Hey, man,
And I'm doing it. And I'm doing it just because of J-Dub.
Facts.
I'm gonna do it just because of J-Dub.
Did y'all see how on the PS5, bro, the VR Blood and Truth is getting like higher frame rate?
Oh
Yes.
Even the VR is getting enhanced.
I didn't know that. I thought they couldn't do
that.
that.
Game looks good. That game looks good on PS4 Pro. But I can imagine it on PS5 now. That's going
It's saying up to 90 frames.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes, it's getting it. The dev for the game just announced that it's getting a next gen patch for PS5, and it's going to be up to 90 frames and higher resolutions.
That's fire.
And they mentioned a whole bunch of stuff, textures, like
there's DLC that you're getting free and all that.
Yeah,
as well.
they're doing all the shit. They upping it up. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That game is fire.
I honestly thought they couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I thought
just make sure you go and go to Sony's website and get the free adapter.
Yes,
they give you an adapter.
I already
Put your
ordered mine.
number in there, and then you get it.
Because until you get the VR2, the next generation VR, you have to use that adapter. You have to use.
Warning though. If you're gonna use VR, all your USB ports is gone.
That's a big fact.
The adapter is right here. So go to site, type in Sony support or free PS5
They sent
VR.
yours already?
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I didn't receive it yet, but I already got confirmation.
I got mine today.
I got confirmation.
Mine came in today.
Yeah, so you got to do it. If you need the link,
I got the email that said they got my request, but I ain't heard nothing else.
No, I got the email. I got the email.
FedEx is going to send you a tracking number. It's going to say SIE wherever, mine said SIE Texas, because I guess that's where their little
hub
or whatever. Yeah,
I can't wait, dog. Yeah, man. Oh, Optimus was about to flip out. He like, yo.
Yeah, man. On the first day, I was like sitting there refreshing over and over.
I gave up on the first day. I couldn't even get past the capture,
bro. I gave up that first day. I was like,
did like 4 days later because everybody was. I didn't realize that server was being hammered by everybody. I'm like, damn.
It wasn't even affecting my serial number. I was like, yo, bro, hold up. Stop playing with me.
One last question before on the road. We're going to go down the road. All right. So, first off, who's getting the PS5 or who's going to attempt to get the PS5 day one?
Everybody
except Messiah. Everybody except Messiah. So, we'll start with all day. You got your PS5. You connected.
Yep.
What's the first game you playing?
Spider-Man.
Cool. Jay Barry, you got your PS5. Got it connected. First game you playing?
I'm playing that Astrobot, man. First game.
Man, cut this dude's mic off. Man, come on, man. Got to support our Afro-Latino brother here. All right? Miles Morales. Hey, the correct answer is Miles Morales. For everybody. All right. J-Dub. He's an Astrobot. He wants to feel the sand. Yo, Jay Barry is 100% pure pony. That shit. Like, yo, you can't get more PlayStation than Jay Barry. Like, literally. You just can't.
But let's keep it a buck. Let's defend him a little bit. You know we all playing that when we first loaded.
I am playing. It just won't be the first. I will play it. All right. Optimus Code, you got your PlayStation. You connected in that huge ass 75-inch CX, that you got in that specially designed man cave. What you playing?
Bro, you might have to mute my mic because I'm sure with Jay Barry.
Man, Black Lives Matter, man. Hashtag. Man, damn. Got support the brother. Got support Miles, man.
No cap, P-Rock. No cap. Yo, y'all talk about 2018 and God of War, Spider-Man, but one of the best games in 2018 came out as well. That was the Astrobot Rescue.
That's true. That is true.
I'm gonna say it right now.
Man. A lot of people,
all day.
Facts.
Oh, no sleep, bro. No sleep.
Astrobot was a Super Mario 64 for VR.
Facts.
It was good.
Yeah.
That shit was.
Okay,
That was the first game that made me say Mario's trash.
Oh shit! Oh, whoa! You're gonna get Nintendo Nation on this channel. Oh shit!
I'm talking about Odyssey. Okay,
man, I can't wait till you get back to California. I can't wait till he gets back to California, motherfucker.
Oh, y'all thought Odyssey was good? Come on,
that game overrated as hell, bro.
Fuck yeah, that shit boring as fuck.
It's overrated good though. It's overrated good game.
J-Dub, you're the governor.
Bug snacks.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, this dude. And you know what? I believe him. He's gonna stream it too. I believe him. He just to piss off the Xbox guys.
Wait. Just like I did Battletoads.
Y'all see my post, right? That game's getting good reviews, dog.
Hey, that game is high. It's I think a 79 or 80 Metacritic right now. Bug Snacks got higher than the last 2 years worth of Xbox games.
Yo, that shit.
Yo, that's a dog mixed with a hamburger.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, yo. It caught my interest though. Watching the reviews, hold up. This game it's not what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like some stupid ass type of.
When do we get it? We get it in December, or we get it now?
Day one.
You get it free day one. Is it in January?
PlayStation Plus. Yeah, December. I think
in December, right? Yeah, you get it free, but you can still buy it like day one.
Or it's for November. It's for November.
You get it on the 12th, but you have up to 2 months to download it. You gonna have it for 2 months.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
2 month window to download. Yep.
I believe J-Dub though. I think he is.
Watch me. You don't believe me?
Don't believe me. Just watch. All right. Yo. Anyway, hey, thanks for rocking out, man. We're gonna say our farewells. Right before next gen starts, we'll get back together. Hopefully, we all get our consoles so we could talk next week, and we could just bask in the glory. But until then, hey, we're gonna start off with Old Dave, man.
Hey man, good show, man. I'll catch you guys next Monday. My birthday's on Saturday. I ain't gonna be on no scum camps out here living it up.
Oh, popping bottles.
Hey, I'm about to load up this everybody one.
Everybody.
Good show.
Okay.
It's the meh box.
Eki box.
The meh box.
It's the meh.
It's the nana box.
I forgot what you said on Skunk.
Hey, what's up? What
talking about I look like Snoop. You know what you said.
Oh, shit. You didn't look like Snoop.
Yeah, you did, bro. I thought he said Xbox, fix your shit.
Oh, shit.
We'll discuss this later.
We will have a conversation later on about that. Hey, the Messiah. Mass Effect. I know you happy about Mass Effect. Great.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You can say goodbye? Fell asleep?
No. Yeah, that was great news for me. But I'll be here next Monday, and I'll have a bag announcement on my podcast tomorrow.
Oh. What time is it? Because you're like a super spy. I still can't figure your schedule out to this day. 2 years later.
10 o'clock. No, it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
And East Coast time?
Up at 7 a.m.
East Coast? Shit. I'll be 7 in the morning. It's like going to work with this dude. It's like a real job. It's like actually being on a real job with this dude.
Me and Optimus Cole got a new podcast coming out called the Chaos Cornrows. And,
Chaos Cornrows. Chaos Cornrows. Cornrows and chaos.
It should be called the 52 CUs.
52 CUs. Oh, shit. 52. He's still, Craig's still trying to figure out what a CU is to this day.
I still.
Okay. Thanks for joining. Hey, Jay Barry.
Yo, man, great show, guys. I just want to let you guys know that, What's Up PlayStation, we're doing a giveaway by a contest, the best PlayStation setup contest. The 2 winners will get a $100 gift card.
Damn.
PSN.
Nice.
I'm
going to do my thing. I'm going to do my thing.
Bro, he already got the chair. That's all right.
To enter, all you got to do is follow What's Up PlayStation official WUPS and subscribe to our YouTube channel. so you be entered into the actual contest. Cause we gotta show a little support.
I'm gonna post. When I finish doing the thing on the thing, I will post his links in the description box, so you will see the link to What's Up PlayStation.
That's what's up.
His channel and his stuff. Right? In fact, I'm gonna post all you guys, man, because you all deserve that. I'm gonna put them all. I'm gonna put everybody up in the description box, so you can link to their Twitter, their YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I think Optimus is gonna work because his whole room looks like a PlayStation.
I don't need no more followers. All I do is fight with my followers.
All you got to do is post up your picture to our Twitter channel, Twitter page, official Whoops, and hashtag WUPS and hashtag PS5, and show your setup. And we're gonna pick the 2 best setups for the PlayStation 5. You don't have to have it exclusive PlayStation 5 setup. It could be your whole gaming setup, but a PS5 has to be in there.
But if we see Xbox, it lowers your chance. It might hurt your chances.
Turn that PS5 upside down and show you that screw, and I win, bro.
Me and Persona, we want people to get creative with it with their setups. It don't have to be your official setup. That could just be for us for the picture. But get creative with it, have some fun with it, and we're gonna pick the winner on the 21st. Because this Saturday we ain't doing no podcast. We playing games.
Hell nah, man. If you podcasting this weekend, then you ain't like your console. I'm just saying that.
Well, I will be podcasting. Well, I have to work, so I will not be podcasting.
No podcast this weekend.
That's it. It's all right. J-Dub, the governor.
Man, y'all know where to find me, man. Y'all already know. I don't even have to say it. Just follow the tears from the Xbox community.
Follow the drip, huh? Follow the drip.
Follow that drip.
With Black Dynamite, I am the Xbox community.
That's it. And of course, last but not least, Optimus Code, thank you once again. You got the keys to the house, so you don't need no invite. You just click right on in.
I appreciate the love, man. I appreciate the love, and I agree with J-Dub. And y'all know where. If somebody really want to find me, they can. But we be rocking out with Hard 8 on Saturdays. Any given Sunday podcast, man. Come check us out.
Definitely check out the podcast. Great. I just caught a couple of those. I'm like, great combo, great duo. You know what I'm saying?
No, he don't want this smoke, bro.
Oh shit! He ended up choking on the smoke. Oh shit! But anyway, but the true winners right here is all you guys rocking out with us, man. I truly appreciate it. Over 300 people rocking out with us, chilling, enjoying the conversation. All right. I hope many of you, if you're out there trying to get your Xbox Series X, S, or PS5, I wish you luck. I hope your pre-orders come through, but don't despair. These companies want to make money. They want their games to be bought, and they know in order to sell games, they got to sell the hardware that runs the games. So they are doing their best to get as much consoles out there. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be more opportunities throughout the year to get these consoles, right? So don't feel too bad and stuff like that, right? Me, I'm going old school. I'm taking it back to 1999. I'm going to park my ass at 1 in the morning in front of the PX. 40-old man with nothing to do. I'm off, and I'm just gonna be in there in my little chair. Yeah, I might go live on Twitter because nothing makes time fly faster than talking shit to Xbox out there. So I'm gonna be in my bag. I'm just be out there. I'm gonna be childish as hell. What happened?
Yo, P-Rock, give him a free day, man.
Right. I'm gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna leave him alone. Okay, tomorrow. Okay. I believe you. Tomorrow, Xbox. I'm not touching y'all. I'm gonna leave y'all alone.
Hey, somebody tweeted out like, can we have a truce?
Sure.
For the 10th and the 12th, and J-Dub was like, I'm gonna have to go ahead and say no.
Yo, J-Dub is ruthless. Hey, tomorrow's Enrico's birthday, so that's it. It's a holy holiday for me. So I'm gonna leave Xbox alone. But come that Thursday, when I'm waiting for my shit, I'm gonna be like, I need something to do while I'm waiting. So I'm gonna be trolling y'all. I'm gonna be like, what? You know how I'm gonna mess with y'all? I'm gonna mess with them simply by asking a question. What game you playing? And they're gonna be scared.
Yo, what you playing? What you playing on
that Xbox Series X?
The Xbox Fan Fest happened today or something?
Yeah, it did. It did happen, some shit, right?
Yeah. Oh, they had a Fan Fest today?
Yeah, they had a Fan Fest.
They had a release party thing. And it's on Xbox YouTube account if you want to look at it. It was pretty cool, in my opinion.
It was pretty cool. I'm going to check it out.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, to the chat. Oh, Jade, before you left, J Dub is a shill. Say, go live. Lessens your chance of getting ran up on. I need a witness, right?
You gonna be on the base though, right?
Okay, I'm on the base, so I'm safe. If I see too many people, I'm gonna order them out. I'm like, get your ass back to the barracks. Get the fuck out of here.
You gonna pull rank on them?
I'm gonna pull rank and order them back to the barracks.
All the barracks got them shops you can buy like electronics and all that. So you should be alright.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
Again, Rock, appreciate your service, man. I know I said it before, but I don't think you can say it enough, man. That's on everything.
Man, appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Truly appreciate it. Brown Devil, great show. Glad you enjoy it. I hope everybody enjoy it. If you're new to the channel, rock out to this. Subscribe. Check out Jay Barry's channel. What's Up PlayStation for pure 100% J-Dub free talking shit about Xbox content. All right? Pure plays. But here, you're going to get the truth. Your ears are going to bleed on this podcast. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the entertainment. You know, Optimus with the, with the knowledge. Craig with the Mass Effect knowledge. Every goddamn week. and then of course, Jay Barry's pure PlayStation at heart, and all day he's just in for the fuggery. You know what I'm saying?
Pray for Xbox, man. Pray for Xbox.
Hey man, we them days is over, bro. We atheists around this bitch now.
Oh, shit. Anyway, tune in next week. And hopefully we get our PlayStations. We could talk to you more. And if I get it this week, I ain't doing no podcast. I'm just playing. Fuck that. I ain't even gonna lie. You'll be lucky if I do an unboxing. You'll be lucky. All right. Anyway, take care, man. Hey, you guys.